Alrighty, we are back for episode 76, and in the intervening time, it's been a few days. I was not feeling good. Lots of health problems, but mostly better now. Uh, anywho, so one of the things I did in between episodes, real quick, is made Hammett Cyber Hammett, and the purpose of this is he's the first fully cyborg human, right? Like, full cyborg. Like, nice. Second, um, what's going on is we don't have a whole lot of limbs for robots. I was thinking, what if we need to save them for emergencies? But we're going to the Empire next, right? We're on here. And what's in between us and there? Oh, look, the dead zone. So my plan is we're gonna split up. Most people are gonna go north through open field, the safe route. I'm gonna send pack animals and like beep and boop to the Deadlands, and that way we're all good, and everyone else can go the long way to Oakring Shield. That's the plan. And then Hammett is not moving for some reason. Alright, I must not have clicked on an accident. Alright, so this area fairly safe. We don't really have to do a whole lot. We can outrun whoever we run into, probably. Stop running. You got stuck. Alright, Deadlands, EVs. I think right about here is probably good. I'm gonna meet up with Boop and Beep here, just in case. And everyone but you two. Alright, what is chasing us? It's probably bandits or wolves. Let's see how close they are. Do we manage to run them off? Probably. Who's in the way back? Sephiroth. So Sephiroth is new, and Sephiroth is kind of slow, but that's okay. He'll get fast eventually. I could have him carry someone. Who will I have him carry? Cloud. The weebs will rejoice. Pick up. Pick up. Sephiroth is carrying Cloud. I say weebs. The female weebs will rejoice. What's it called? I don't remember. It's probably the raptor people. Yeah. What is it? Wolves, bandits, locals. Everyone kills raptors. And I'm just like, why? Leave them alone. What do they do to you? Nothing. Anywho. This is not all the pack animals. Where are the rest of them? Coming. Alright. Meantime, how is Sephiroth building that strength EXP? Not very fast. Alright, Alrighty. So that should increase his weight, which should increase his weight a bit. Not enough to make strength XP go up more than 1%. What if I do that? It's literally the exact same. Okay. So I'll leave all this stuff on. Head to Blister Hill area. Stop. These guys, I'm going to take sort of journeys. I don't want to get the whole group really far from Cloud and Sephiroth. This group, I'm not as worried. Let's that. Flareon. Where's Flareon? Go here. Just fell slightly behind, okay? Oh, you figure it out, I'm sure. So, early game, do not do this. This is a risk. This is the type of risk that I'm willing to take because I'm confident our people here can deal with this sort of risk. Like, there's nothing I'm worried about in this area that could, I could fight something and something bad could happen. There's like literally nothing. Are you heavy? You're moderate. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Hunker. It says you're building strength and speed. But if I look at your strength stat, it is higher than everyone else's. Yes, Vaporeon. Armory, bar, limbs. So, talk to you. Show me what you got. Alright, I'm not gonna sing. I can't sing. For the rest of the series, like, that's just not gonna happen. And you're too far away. God damn it. Alright. We can wait. We can wait. We can wait. They'll make their way here eventually. In the meantime, how are the slowpokes going? Okay, progress. It's not really... Like, what's the worst thing that could happen here? Like, the absolute worst thing is we could run Iron Spiders when the Cloud is alone. But they're not gonna, like, eat him. They're just gonna beat him up. Maybe. Cloud and Sephiroth together might be able to take an Iron Spider. Absolute worst case, I don't notice, and then he just keeps running and keeps getting hit. Then he stops, fights it alone, drops Cloud when he goes down, and then Cloud fights it alone. But even then, like, let's go here, because you have somehow managed to fuck this up. Some people just randomly stopped. Alright. Let's see if we can trade now. Talk. Show me what you got. Alright. Vaporeon. You have no masterwork legs. I'm very upset. Extraordinarily upset. Left masterwork arm. Yes, please. If it's not masterwork, we don't want it. Although we might have to eventually buy specialist limbs again. for legs. So, do we want to get a steady arm for our crossbowers? I was considering making Green an aimbot, and we could experiment by giving him like a steady arm and then like a KLR arm, like one of each. So that increases his strength, increases his dex, but also increases his crossbows. That's kind of tempting. Because I've never ever done it. What? How well does it work? Hmm. And then another right. So I maxed out the limbs. Another one to the right. I think I want to try a masterwork steady. I'm probably going to end up doing is having Green be peeled and give him a steady on one side, probably a KLR or industrial lifter on the other, right? Because I believe industrial, yeah, so it's a left. So I think I'm probably going to give him a left steady, and I could give him an industrial lifter to get more strengths and have like 23 for strength, 20 for dex. And also give him unarmed damage at the cost of lockpicking, thievery, and swimming, which would be the swimming for either. But I don't really need lockpicking on that particular character. I haven't done thievery pretty much at all. In the traditional sense of like your being sneaky, it's this. Oh look, you have loot. I'm going to pick that up after I beat you to death with the stick. I'm very curious to see what happens when you put a, near max stat character to get above that. How high does it go? Like plus 20% to 80 is going to be over 100. If I did my math right, which, let's see. Actually, it wouldn't. It would be, what, 98? Yeah, it'd be 98. But eventually he'll get high enough that it'll, be great. But he does have very low strength. So that's why I definitely don't want to go double dex on him. Alright. So while they're walking, let's see how these guys are doing. He's coming. Lord, he's coming. It's gonna take a while. Let's move up a little bit. And you are a holy Nathan. Huh. Well, hello, holy Nathan. We've come for that, I don't know, your life. Let's have the Robo sequels have fun. They haven't gone hostile yet. Bit of a surprise. It's also a bit of a surprise. The last person to go down was the trader himself. All of his guards are down. Pack animals down. The trader's still up. What? That's not what I would have guessed. Alright, let's come over here. Swap the hold. Alrighty. So, who's got storage capacity? You. Oh, it's a pack animal. Okay. And you're still moving at 24 miles an hour. That's 4 kilometers. metric. Like, I know how to do the metric system. It's just so fucking weird to use it. You know what I mean? Like, when my brain is just like, what is this? Every time I use it. It's kind of weird. It's very weird. Like, using it all, just thinking about it. It's like, my brain is the double take, like, wait, what? Wait, what? Alright, he's moving at 19, good enough. So, concern here is just being able to not be the slowest person in the group. To slow down the whole group. Which, currently, none of y'all have to worry about that. And this is a fairly safe area, so we're doing other stuff at the same time. So my plan here is, basically, it's fine if the slowest person in the group is, you know, super heavy slowing us down, because this means eventually, right, his strength is going to be going up. Let's hit fast. Strength is going to be going up, and that means eventually he's going to be moving at normal-ish speed. Also, we should trade with Flareon, and I'm thinking, let's make Eevee be strong. Alright, what's your... okay, you're getting 1% strength. Because when they were younger, I was trying to work on stats. What is this? Alright. When they were younger, I was working on stats, and it wasn't working out quite right. But it appears that now that they're adults, it is working right. Show me what you got. Because for strength, all of these guys are in 30s, and he's almost 60. So it appears that after a certain point, once they become elder, they can in fact actually level the stats. This is why his strength is so much higher, because he's been carrying those forever. Alright, what do you got? Anything new? You got a specialist cross. You have a master cross. I think we have 2 people using specialists that could use an upgrade. No. What do you have? Yeah, Edgewalker 1? Hell yeah. Yep. I've been playing, other games, specifically Tarkov a bit, with, long-time watcher of Pestily, and, Kothrak. First time playing the game, and so, like, it's so weird because, like, there's lots of inventory management in Kenshi and lots of inventory management in Tarkov. So it's very, like, I start doing inventory management, and it's like, wait, with hotkeys do what? This is wonderful. Tons of high-grade katanas and stuff. I will get that Ninjato. I don't like the Mark 1s, but I have some people using, like, 2s of, Canton 2s, like, and 3s. So, like, him, that's, like, 9.8 damage. That is not great. Like, that's a Mark 1 9.2. So, going from that, right, to where's it, this one? To this. That's like over 30% increase. You know? So I will take it. I will definitely take it. What else do you got? We don't need too much in the way of weapons. We could use some heavier stuff. Especially, yeah, falling suns and fragment axes. We really want to be getting 2s or better. Ideally 3s. We really want to be getting mostly heavier stuff and light secondary weapons. Oh, that is a 3. That is not a bad one. I think I'll get this because it's a 3. If it was a 2, I probably would have left it. If it was a 1, I definitely would have left it. But, like heavy giants, I'm not a fan. They weigh a lot, they do a lot of blunt damage, which I guess is good in armor pen and defense. But blunt damage is not the best damage to do. There's lots of armor that blocks blunt, and lots of armor that blocks cut. But cutting also causes bleeding, so I sort of have a bit of a preference towards that. And also cutting can mean, oh look, the limb is gone. Blunt is really hard to destroy limbs. Do I want to get an Edgewalker 3? I kind of do, but I already have one, and I know I had a couple of those that I already gave away. I'm not planning to get that many new recruits. That's the thing. So, Edgewalker 1 for the hold save. Wasn't there a 3? No. I'm going to compare the Foreign Saber to the Dows. I mean, this is a Dow. Like, if you go look up DLA tricks, Dlatrix, also for the L is a 1, Redditor makes all these amazing, like, graphs where he just has all these stuff in it. He's got one of a ton of different Dows. Go look that up. You're going to see like 20, 30 Dows. You're going to see hold sabers. You're going to see ringed sabers. You're going to see every form of Dow that's in this game. And like this, and you might also see like a horse chopper, right? This is not a horse chopper. The original horse chopper, very, very long, usually straight, two-handed sword. It's sort of like, it's a thinner blade, compared to like something like this, by far. This is like a very thick blade for a sword, like real sword. But horse chopper is a much thinner blade, they're much longer, they have much more of a handle. They're sort of like a pole arm, like a sword on a stick. Uh, they have basically a single-edged blade like this, but then you cut off the back end, and then you just have this long stick and no crossguard. Sometimes they had subas, sometimes they didn't. But they were from an older period. It's sort of like this, but straight, and then longer. Well, mostly longer hilt. It's like 40% grip, 60% blade, although sometimes it's more blade than that. But a lot of them I've seen are like that. And they're beast. And they look like they would, not like from a distance. They don't look like they'd be strong enough to use because of how long and thin they are. But then you get closer up and you realize, oh, they're not thin. It's that they look like that because they're so long. uh, I think I'm happy. I'm not seeing anything here I really want to get rid of. It's not an Edgewalker. And I don't want to get rid of any of the food, don't want to get rid of those cores, those are good for training. And do I have any armor I want to get rid of? Maybe, probably not. I'm kind of tempted with some of the leather armor. So I feel like I don't know if I'm ever going to use this leather armor, but I've got 900k. Yeah. Alright. So we're going to go to the Gray Desert now. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to come wait over here. Alright? And you're both immune to acid rain. Then we're going to come over here and see what the fuck is going on. Probably... Oh. I was not going to guess. This is a different Holy Nation trader. I thought it was going to be bandits. Or wolves. But they're doing okay. 25 carry capacity. Let's see. Uh, he's running away, screaming. Pearl. Let's see how good he fights. Where is... Oh boy. Oh, he caught up. Alright. So, there's two on top of each other here. Heck. Man, you're holy nice. You don't get to complain. Anywho. You're still going fairly quick. Your move. App get update. Anywho. So the other day, I was running DISM, and like I almost able to remember all of it by memory. What I messed up on is there's you gotta do DSIM and then like the class online, but there is a check health stuff, and there's like a dozen variations, and I used the wrong variation from memory. Then I checked, and I was like, oh, I have to add a word here, because there's this Windows. It's like it's not made to be user friendly. It's like, listen, you want to have a command prompt command where you have to type like 50 different letters into something instead of just being like program name dash letter or dash single word, and having different words for different things instead of health 1 through 57 with all the same thing. So I mean, they're not the same thing, but they're all the same name, with a different word added to the end of it. Like, why? That seems such a poor design decision. Alright, come here. That'll take you a while, especially with that guy. But, that was at 31%, now it's at 28%. His strength has gone up. He's still heavy, but 55 carry capacity, right? That's his sword at least. It's not, his sword plus, what are that? 32, 37, plus 6, 43, and then the backpack is 2. So 45 for all of his gear, not including the weapon, plus, let's see, that's going to be 7, so 60%, that's what, 2? And change? I assume it'd round down. Does it round down? Who's attacking me? No. Is it... Oh, bandit. Ha! Ha! I'll just let the bandits do this thing. Let's see. One thing I've always considered doing, but I've never actually done, is just having a contingent of people that sort of hang out by the limbs shop, buying limbs as they restock, and just stay here for like a month in game. As like the rest of the team goes off and does stuff. that wouldn't, like, completely solve the problem of, like, supplies, right? But it would help. That one's still... Oh, it's open. Huh. So what I think is going on is last time we came here it was locked all day. And I don't know why for sure, but I have a theory. My theory is it was locked because the person in here got hurt fighting somebody. Or it was glitch. Alright. So, priority is selling those big fucking backpacks, right? That we don't want or need because they're big and they take up a lot of storage. Alright. Then we'll just go down the line. Hmm. I probably am not. I don't think I'm gonna keep all of these meds. Yeah. But we'll keep the food. Yeah. Alright. And I think we're done here. Alright, how you are still slow as fuck. Come here. Yeah. I think we could hit hen, we could hit stoat. Hit the toughie. We want to hit hen or stoat. So we already hit this place up here, Dren. It's like one of the first places we hit. We already hit Tengu's vault. We already hit eye socket. We did not destroy BRINK, I don't think. And I think we took out the slave farm. Pretty sure. But I'm not 100%. I might. Yeah, I think I'll start with Stoat. In the hopes that that city will turn to a city I can make a base in. To make life easier hitting all the rest of them, so I don't have to walk all the way down here to get to my newest base. Right? Because the distance from here to here is like this from here to here. You know what I mean? We have like a middle base, we have a south base, we could use a north base. And that would give us like pretty big circles of influence over a lot of the map. And only places like way over here would we not have something somewhat nearby. Or like way over here, we're already done with all of this stuff. Anywho. Think that's the plan. Come over here. If skimmers attack us, they attack us. They'll die. Eventually. Alright. Let's go visit our boys. Hello, boys. Do you have new robot limbs yet? Please say yes. No. That's okay. One thing that might be kind of cool is if you are doing a hyper playthrough, having a base in the Deadlands with acid rain, like, you have Black Desert City, you can't buy food here, but you can get really good weapons, right? You can get some stuff in skeleton bar that's useful. And you can get robot limbs are really good quality. And because of they have all this expensive stuff, you can basically trade loot for money, and they run out of money, and then you spend the money buying the expensive stuff, and then you trade them more loot. So you can kind of like just constantly trade stuff. The fuel can be useful if you want to use it for power, but I don't like it. I'd rather have wind or like yeah, just wind. Yeah. Electric components good for building stuff. Grog's useless. Skeleton repair is kind of useless. Hmm. Oh yeah, also this guy Razor, he's an outlaw, but we're gonna leave him alone. What do we care if the Empire doesn't like him? We don't like the Empire. He's so fucked up. I think these tech hunters are like a mercenary group that came here and then acid rain fucked them. And now they're just stuck. Anywho, in the Deadlands, anyone who wants to come attack you is gonna get hit by acid rain, which is kinda cool. I'm thinking future playthrough. I want to do a playthrough where I go through playing animals. And I want to do a playthrough where I'm making a base, like into a city, alright? Basically city building. But the city building is not a good thing, I don't think, for an animal playthrough. And that's kind of, a bit rough. So it's probably going to be 2 different playthroughs that I'll do at some point. They'll catch up and die eventually. Aha. You know what? I'll have one of you guys loot them. Sure. Kill them all. Alright, this one's a clause. All the worth decent money. And you have enough speed, I am not worried at all. He can live to tell this tale of the people who wiped him out. Alrighty. Start walking. See how the packed animals are doing. Sticking together. Good. And if we just, the cool thing about this place is if you just leave people AFK here, they'll just AFK farming cloud into the tools randomly walk up to them. And sometimes also the, other groups, like the, Reavers. But, who cares about the Reavers? Cloud ninjas have loot, they have occasionally good characters that you wanna, steal. Not these two. Doesn't be everyone. Oh, look. He's moving so slow, they're leaving him alone. Because everyone else is so far from him. Alright, so kept up, get massacred. Alrighty. All the loot was in these guys. Let's see, you have 25. The other guy has 25 speed and some room. No, you have 28, I think. It cuts off. Yeah. Anywho. So, cooked empanadas. They were great. A little bit disappointing. Honestly. I do not want to fight the mercenaries. Are they attacking? They're not attacking. Who is attacking? Skimmers? Yeah, skimmers. They were a little bit disappointing. We want top down for looting, but that also means it's hard to see distance. Wait, no, we want someone who can carry them all. Ideally have decent speed. Anywho, they were a bit disappointing, I think, because I didn't make the dough thick enough. Some of them had air bubbles that would like swell up and go through the dough, and I followed the recipe, but I think like even following the recipe for ingredients, like getting the thickness right is something more of an experience thing, and it's like they don't like make it, hey, I want you to make this dough like a quarter inch thick or an eighth of an inch thick or whatever, right? They don't like tell you that. And they give you amounts and they tell you like, well, cut into this many even sized pieces and whatever. Um, but anywho, it's like one of those things you just gotta like do and figure it out. Fuck it up once or twice, learn how to do it the right way. But they were anti-looting him. They were rather thin, so that led to some of them getting oil inside of them, being much more greasy than they should be. And also, the outside was very crispy. The outside was nice, but what's supposed to happen is to have it sort of like a pie crust. Where on the outside it's crispy, and on the inside it's like, soft. And because of how thin the outside was, it was all crispy. Because you didn't get that little soft bit because it didn't exist. I want to stay away from those dust storms. Eye of the needle. Alright. How about you? You have 20 speed? You can still pick up some? 24. So, plan is meet up in the eye. I'm kind of surprised nobody attacked these guys while they were sitting here. Actually, we should probably meet up in the desert. Now let's think about it. Because there's going to be loot we want to sell. Yes. There's going to be loot we want to sell. Let's see, Blood Raiders, cloud ninjas. This is perfect. What we're here for. Alright. Hey, so no matter who wins, we win because we kill the winners and take their stuff. These guys, I think I'll be able to move fast enough. Wouldn't be too much of a problem. The ones I'm a bit worried about are Sephiroth and Cloud, but I think it'll be fine. So we need to loot, and ideally fairly quickly in this area. God, that guy. Actually, some of these guys have shitty ones. This, yeah, it's a good one. But that means I have to actually read it and not just be like, oh, it's worth 356 each by memory. Because some of them aren't. Or worth like 100. And alright. Look for blood. Heyo. Alright. Evie, you're up. Great. So the reason we want to come here is because there is a friendly, small little village we can trade with, which means we can get rid of some of the loot everyone's carrying from all those traders. This would be nice. Alright, ninjas. Ninja loot's always great. So that's... Alright, so those two items is like 3k. That's another 3k. So we're at like 6k off of this one ninja. Like, why do heck? I love Cloud. Like, they give you so much money in loot. And it's just amazing. I love it. And they're not, like, stupidly hard to defeat. The ninjas are sort of, you know, not very, undo hold. Undo hold. Undo hold. Let's have literally everybody. You're being chased by probably... Oh. A cloud ninja. Interesting. Interesting. Heyo. Where is Get Upgrade? Found him. Alright. So, that's worth 1,500. That's worth 700. And then we got 2,400. So, that's what? A little over 3k? And plus another 300. Promising. Anyone else being chased? No. No idea where those ninjas are. I should just have you three just run over here and just like stay by him slowly walking around. Oh, look. Cloud ninjas. Attack. Put down. This giant fucking sword takes forever. Okay. So, Sephiroth, you are training, so you need to gain some weight. And not the good way. Uh, I say, as if, like, what is the good way? Like, you're training to be a sumo? I don't know. I just say things. Wrestling. You're going to be a wrestler and you're training to become a heavyweight champion of the world. Yes. The good way. And let me guess. I'm going to say, I was not going to say Yabuta Outlaws at all. I lose. I was going to say Blood Raiders. Because we just fought two groups of Cloud. Can't be too many Cloud. But you know what? Yabuta, I'll take it. Alright. So, we want, what is it? Skull or something? Yeah, you. Your weightless. Your job is to loot that Yabuta. He's got a sword. Not really worth all the effort to catch him. But we'll do it anyway because it's like the principle. They attacked us. Now they're beaten up in the. It's really a desert. I mean, desert means little rain. It doesn't look like a traditional desert, but if there's not a lot of rain, it counts. Huh. The outlaws seem kind of like, I don't know, half-assed or something. It's like, where's your gear? Oh, that's right. What gear? We don't have any gear. Ah, our friendly neighborhood traders. Hmm. Alright. We probably want to hold on. We probably also want to be trading some of the stuff to pack animals. Okay. Trade with Leviathan. Okay. He's still talking. Gets beaten up by massive gang of 100+ people. Gets up, trash talks. What is self-preservation? I don't know that Pokemon. It's probably, yeah, all on sequels. Alright. Anywho. So, empanadas did slow-cooked pork that would, well, first I made a mole, scratch. So, mole is a type of sauce. There's a lot of different versions of it. I do like a tomato, pepper sauce with onions and lots of other stuff in it. Tons of different types of peppers. I got fresh, got dried. I just basically take all the fresh vegetables, put them in a baking sheet with some oil and tons of spices, mix it all up, and just broil them. And, you know, you gotta pay close attention or, you know, it'll burn. Like, yeah, that's, but, very good results. The vegetables brown up a lot, and char and get a lot of good flavor in there. But like every 5 minutes or so, you're taking it out, you're pot, you know, like mixing it all up so that you want to get like an even char where like it's not all on just one side of the vegetable. It's like a little bit here, a little bit there. Just to try to get a lot of that smoky flavor into there of like charred, you know, peppers and onions and garlic and whatever. Although garlic kind of gotta be careful with. One thing you can do is you can um not like you can not add the garlic until the very end, or you can just saute it in a pan. With you know starting of a you know most you know tomato red sauce is you saute well not most a lots of tomato red sauces is sauteing onions. Uh, okay, let's try Espion. It is Espion. So Espion and Leafeon are full? No, Leafeon's not full. I guess I misclicked when I clicked him originally. Alright, whatever. So, too much meds. Anywho, so everything, all the veggies are charred. For the dried peppers, I like to cut them all up because that way I can remove the stems easily and they don't end up in the final product. And stems tend to get moldy a lot more than other parts of it. And that way I can also like more easily get a good look on the inside and outside of all the pieces and be like, anything moldy, anything need to go? Yes, no, maybe. That's probably good. Anywho, so chop up, you know, the peppers in small, like the dried peppers in small pieces, and um, eventually you want to boil them in a well, boil them in a pan, but to rehydrate them. And before that, what I like to do is saute some onions, then towards the end add some garlic, saute that for a few minutes, then add the tomato paste, and you just trying to get some flavor into you know like the garlic and the tomato paste and having a little bit of brown and not go too long. And when you start sauteing that stuff, you could also start sauteing the onions and peppers. Oh no, the peppers, the dried peppers, if you want. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I do it in like two pans. It's just sort of like how many pans do I have going? Do I have to clean more pans if I do it, you know, in one pan or two pan? How much stuff do I have? Is there enough space? Yada yada. But end result. Alright, I think all that's good. End result is you deglaze, usually with wine and or vinegar and or like some like sauces like, you know, I like to add a little bit of Worcestershire and soy sauce and wait, these guys have swords. Did all those? I thought those were all like recovered, like guides, but one of them has a sword apparently. All right. Leaf now. Who is somehow okay? So we want to take all the pack animals, and we want to take someone like you, who nobody knows who you are. That's a good thing. Put you on hold. Come over here. Over here. I also want to put you on passive and come inside. So I'm not worried about this shop. I'm worried about maybe someone in here being hostile. Because you never know who's in a bar. Bars are annoying like that. Sometimes you find like some random faction that attacks you. I obviously focus on the bigger things, not like tiny stuff. Uh, okay. So, you don't really have anything I want to buy. Next. Alright, so I can see lots of the tech trader ninja people. I can see a plastic surgeon. There is at least one mercenary here. So if the mercenaries decide to leave us alone, we're okay. If the mercenaries don't, we're gonna have to run away. And because I don't want to end up fighting the guards. Although, one option is the tech hunter. I could hire the tech hunters, the mercenaries attack me, the tech hunters attack them. That's a very, dick move. I could do that, but then I have to pay tech hunters. Like, do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? Do I want to have to spend money to deal with what's essentially a bug? Where the game's like, I know I should be siding with you since you're the one getting attacked, but I'm not going to side with you for no reason. Keep. Alright. So, actually, that sort of done that a little bit differently, probably. And that's not going to fit. So, alrighty then. Loot. We want to prioritize loot that has a lot of size, like this. Over loot that doesn't have a lot of size. Density. And then we can just be like, whatever, sell it all. Why is shift not always working? Oh, I'm hitting caps lock, that's why. Ah, I'm an idiot. To be fair, I swapped screens. So I have one of my screens, the only one of my screens. I mess with the NVIDIA settings. So you know how like in a game you can mess with all of your settings? Well, NVIDIA, you can also do this per monitor. So I have one monitor, I have two monitors, but I have one monitor that I mess with so that, technically I have more than three monitors. I only have three monitors connected to this computer, but I have one monitor with different settings than all the rest, and that's the Tarkov monitor. So that is set up so like I could be in a very dark place and still see, right? Ooh. Alright, trade with Evie. No, I said just wait till they all catch up. Yeah. Then we're probably gonna go kill those trader people. Just like, fuck the Empire. They're on the list. The shit list. Alright, now I'm gonna put all this on Evie, help get Evie's weight up, help get Evie get stronger strength. Which is a challenge. Right. Passive off. Passive off. And the attacker will be welcome to the eye, motherfucker. Now wait a little bit. And now. Oh look, Blood Raider. Doing fairly good. Some of them have damage from other stuff. Presumably from the chest is from going through the black desert. And fighting lots of tech. Alrighty. So, you guys can come over here. Eevees can come over here. We'll probably have Deep do all the looting. Yeah, come over here. Then you and you. Grab. So the pack animals will come right next to them. Alright. Failing at 25. Not fast enough. Who are they going after now? A random beaten up manhunter. You know what? That's enough. That one. Actually, I'll dump all this stuff. So you can grab it all when you grab it. Yep. Genius. Would have been if it all fit. Alright. That's not gonna fit. You. Come over here. Loot. Loot. There. Only thing we really want armor-wise is if these guys have a armored mercenary armor that's standard or higher grade, we probably want that. Robo Boop, you took a hit. What are you doing? What are you doing? You can't let these weak-ass bodyguards for some random unnamed merchant hit you. You are an elite cyborg. Alright. Okay. I think Sylveon. Nope. Leviathan. No. Anywho. Going fairly good. And while on one hand we kind of don't want to have too much loot because we're going to go raid a city. more is not necessarily bad in this case. Because it was just like right next to a place we can sell it if we had to. Let's see, what we're probably going to end up doing is having other trips. What I'll probably do is have lots of like raiding the city and then have lots of trips of like packing animals to full, send them out to, with beef and or boop and the pack animals to go make a trip to like Desert City to sell all the shit. Well, or maybe make a trip to here and then Desert City. Depending on how much loot's left to loot. Just to get some space. Yeah. I think I could do that. I'm not gonna put anything here. I'm gonna put anything there. Alright. Leafy Beyond's full, Espeon. While the rest of the group just stays at the city. And a fast moving pack animals plus cyborgs. We can get that done pretty quickly. Not at all worried. Alright. So, question is, where to next? I'm not sure if we raided BRINK or not. I don't think we did. I'm thinking I should probably kind of want to go see about BRINK. Because I want to get one of these 3 cities somewhere I can go to and sell stuff. Which means I have to wipe it out, basically. Griffin's walking slow because he's got a bad leg. Alright. Pick up. I'll try this one since it's already near the black grass. I'm going to see what happens. I'll leave him. Fine. Oh. Fine. How do we go this way then? It's like on one side vent, on the other side gut. Anywho, this episode is not going to be stupidly long. Let's see. This is just ruins now. Is it anything here? No. Or here it says no. Don't see any, like, wild animal or anything that's taken over the place. Alright. I'm probably going to do you fools. You've fallen into our trap. Alright, I'll grab this. Garbage. Grab this. Your coat. Nah, keep it. It's big. Not worth it. So, I don't think we want any of this. Like, even if the helmets were standard. Nope. Just want their swords. And these aren't worth a whole lot. But, meh. it also means they're more likely to die out here, which attracts more animals and chaos. And gets their buddies to join in, and this becomes this like crazy mess, which can be useful sometimes if we run into it later. Walking around, it's like, oh look, there's like 20 of these bodies on the ground, surrounded by all these wild animals, and like other people who got dragged into the fight. It's gonna be useful. Lots of free loot. Alright, did we get all of them? Did we miss anybody? Yes. I mean, here we're actually doing the work to kill them all. But what I ideally want to do is like attract some big things, and then other people, like these guys, show up to try to save their friends or heal them, fight big things, and then, you know, there's this a wreck of corpses everywhere that I can loot eventually. Like, that's sort of like the long term, is like a lot of times I'm not going to actually run into that group of whatever, but every now and then I will. And that's sort of like the hope, the dream. Create so much chaos that this happens naturally, eventually. And we're selling the swords anyway, so. That's probably this. Oh, nope, there's a lot of them. This is an armed group. This isn't like the same group that just got up all at once. Stop playing dead. Alright, that one's unarmed. But at least some of them are unarmed. Alright. Like, what's the story here? Like, how there's so many bandits? Like, here of all places. You know what I mean? Like, the Shek Kingdom, there's a lot of Shek cities, and there are some human and tech ninja cities, and then there's a swamp nearby, right? Lots of trade in between all those places, some of it legal, some of it not legal. But it makes sense that for there to be bandits from these various cities, citizens, who for whatever reason decide to become a bandit, right? And there's lots of opportunity for money to be had by being a bandit. So there's population, a lot of population, right, between all these places. There are people who are disenfranchised because, like, oh, I'm not a Shek, and some Shek are mean to people who aren't Shek. Some Shek aren't mean, but they have like a different culture. There's like cultural class, and definitely some racism. And they decide not to attack us. Okay, whatever. What? That's weird. Weird. What are you doing, gang? Alright. So, we have found the Empire. You are Empire peasants, Empire City. But like, this place is all destroyed. And this used to be like a bigger thing, right? Options, right? And then show character names, toggle. This I think will probably be the, yes. Anywho, that'll probably be something there. But, we got BRINK. It's all ready to go. They got a ranger shop. So what I probably want to do is see if I can sneak in like one guy in the town to go into a bar. See if there's any people I can hire. Ideally like tech hunters. And that way I can get the tech hunters fighting the Empire as well. Maybe. I might be able to like have someone like ham it this Russ, like flat out run to the bar and get there before people react. Anywho, I'll see if that works out in the next episode. It's already at like, what is it, an hour and a half? Yeah, about that, the sort. But we're gonna be taking on BRINK next episode and seeing what's what. Empanadas. Yeah, trial and error. Don't make like 100 of them your first try. Make like a dozen or two. Figure it out. Then make some more. You know what I mean? Like, it's not because the recipe is hard. It's because it's like folding, dumplings, right? First time you do dumplings, don't make too many dumplings. Like, get pre-made dumplings. Don't make it from scratch the first time. Like, figure out how to do it the right way before you start making your dough from scratch and being like, oh, how sick do I make the dough? Well, you've never made it before. I don't know, right? So once you've made it a few times, you're like, oh, I know how to make this. I know how sick to make it. Then make it from scratch. So empanadas, you don't get pre-made dough. It's just the right thickness. You don't get, so you just sort of have to, go in blind, try to figure that out. Unlike a lot of other types of dumplings, where there is the option of getting pre-made, wrappers or doughs or whatever, that you can do with. So, yeah. Normally talk about swords, but, bit weird episode. Been sick, missing a few days of uploads. That's life. Weird. Anywho, to be continued. See ya.